What is up, YouTube? This is ProtoDemn, and I'm bringing you guys another Pokemon Online battle. This time I'm using my old Rain Dance team, which I did change up a little bit since, well, Switch Swim and Drizzle on the same team was banned, so I unfortunately had to get rid of Kingdra, and which I did replace with Credilli, as you guys will see in this video. So I lead with my Politoed to get the rain, as he leads with a Mew, who taunts me as I tried going for the Toxic, so that sucks for me. Next turn, he ends up going for the Stealth Rock, because I go for the Scald just to see how much damage I'll do, and it doesn't really do that much. I don't have any special attack investment in this Politoed at all. Anyways, then the next turn we both switch out. He goes to Terrorthorn as I go into Ferrothorn. Really good for me, I guess. And he goes for the Spice. I hit him with a Gyro Ball. It does a pretty decent chunk. And right here, he switches down to Politoed to take another Gyro Ball. And then he switches into Dragonite, probably expecting the Power Whip, but instead I do go for my own Stealth Rock. Then he goes for Agility, as I go for Leaf Speed. So right here, I wasn't really too sure about why the Dragonite went for Agility instead of Dragon Dance, and then I end up finding out why he actually is a special variant Dragonite, and he ends up going for the Hurricane, which does confuse me, but the confusion doesn't matter at all. I hit him with a Gyro Ball. It does a pretty decent chunk, and switching to Politoed just because I wanted to try taking the Hurricane, and I took it somewhat decently. I mean, I could have taken it better, but oh well. Anyways, he ends up dying to the Leaf Speed, and that's a glitch right there. I'm not actually at 0%. I'm at like 20 or so. I go for the Texas. He goes for the Weather Ball, which I didn't really understand, and I just get a little bit of recovery. I thought he was going to go for the Weather Ball again, so I went for a Scald, and instead he goes for the Giga Drain and takes me down. So right now we're tied at 5 apiece. I sent out my Ferrothorn because I wanted to hit it with a Gyro Ball, I believe. He goes for the Weather Ball, which I barely survive, and my Gyro Ball does end up taking him down. So it's 5-4 in my favor, and right here, there's a little bit of hex here. Politoed goes for the Focus Blast and misses it, and I end up hitting him with a Power Whip. It kind of sucks for him, but you know, can't do anything about it, and I'm up 5-3. So now he goes into Mew, which is pretty good play on his part. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp as I was going for the Gyro Ball. So instead of doing a decent amount of damage, I actually did like nothing there, which sucks for me. That Will-O-Wisp really ends up annoying me in this game. He goes for a taunt, and I actually went for Leaf Speed, and I couldn't because of the taunt rather. So I switch up into a Vaporeon right here, and he actually ends up going for a Roar and ends up switching me into my Credilli. This is pretty good, or at least I thought it was good at that point. I went for the Curse right there, and expecting him to go for the Roar, which he did end up going for the Roar, and because of my Suction Cups ability, I stay into the battle, even though he tried saving me. So now he goes for the taunt right there, and I can't use the second Curse. And right after that, he ends up going for the Will-O-Wisp. I know I probably should have went for the Seed Bomb right away, but I made a mistake. It happened. So his team is doing pretty well, especially with leftovers recovery. It's recovering a lot. And he switches into Tornadus, which takes the Seed Bomb pretty well. And he ends up going for, I think, a Hurricane here. And I end up thinking, I think I mistook him for Landorus by mistake for whatever reason, and I went for another Curse, which was pretty stupid on my part, but you know, there wasn't much I could have done anyways. Even a Rock Slide most likely would not have killed it, but there's not much I could do about it there. So I go into Vaporeon here. I wanted to go for the Ice Beam, and he ends up going first. I guess he was Scarfed, and he goes for another Hurricane, and that ends up taking me down. So I went into Electivire just so I could survive the Hurricane, as he goes into Mew, and I hit him with an Ice Punch because I wanted to hit him super effectively. So next turn, I go for the Thunder Punch, brings him down to about 3% HP, and he ends up going for the Will-O-Wisp, and he burns me again. So my Electivire is pretty much crippled right now as well. But I end up taking down his Mew down with this Ice Punch, and I'm up 3-2 right now. And he switches here into Blastoise, and this really annoyed me. I guess it was revenge for my Ferrothorn dodging the Focus Blast earlier. He ends up going for a Protect on my Thunder Punch on the first turn, and the next turn he goes for another protect, and he ends up getting it, and my Electivire goes down to its burn, so that pretty much sucks. So now I sent out my Ferrothorn because I wanted to, you know, try hitting it with a Leaf Seed or something, and of course I went down to Entry Hazard. So now I'm up to my last Pokemon, it's Toxicroak. I tried going for the sub there, but the Ice Beam ends up taking it down in one hit. So I know I'm in a lot of trouble now. I can only really go for the Poison Gem now, because it's stronger than Earthquake, and Focus Punch is not going to work because of the Ice Beams that the Blastoise is setting on me. And it was even more annoying than the fact that I couldn't go for the sub or Focus Punch, was the fact that this Blastoise ran both Rain Dish and the Leftovers, while I ran both the Leftovers and the Dry Skin, so we're both recovering like twice at the end of each turn. So, you know, we just keep on doing this, we're stalling out, just keep on going for the same attacks. I go for the Poison Jab, he goes for the Ice Beam. We nearly take each other down here. I survived with 12%, he survived with 3, which was pretty interesting in my opinion. And that Poison really ended up helping me. Right here I ended up taking him down. So he's up to his last Pokemon, and so but unfortunately his last Pokemon was that Tornadus, and he ends up taking me down with a super effective Hurricane, and that's the end of the battle. So he ended up winning 1-0. It was a really close game, really fun, and you know, I really enjoyed it, so that's why I decided to upload it. And that's it for this battle, guys. So I'll see you in my next video. Peace.